Okay, we're talking about dilations today. I think I mentioned this a few times this week. Dilations is when you expand or contract the image. It's like zooming in or zooming out. When you dilate your eyes, it's making it bigger, but yeah, it can be bigger or smaller. Most of the graphs today are going to be bigger though. I'm drawing number 1 here. Okay, we got KL and J. Okay, so the problem on number 1 says dilation of 2 about the origin. So what do you guys think a dilation of 2 might do?
2 right next to.
Kind of. So it's just gonna, about the origin means this is the place we're expanding from. So it's like we're zooming in on this spot. So it's, if K right now is at 1, 1, you're just gonna do it times 2, and K prime is gonna be at 2, 2. All right. L is at 2, 0. So times 2, that would be 4, 0. And J is at negative 2, 0, so it'll be J prime negative 4, 0.
Do you want us to label? Or is it really
It's okay, I guess.
you?
Now, the dimensions are doubling, like it's twice as wide, twice as tall, but the area is actually quadrupling. You can fit 4 of these little triangles, if I drew it right. You can fit 4 of the little triangles inside the big triangle. Okay, number 3. Dilation of 2. So we got 2, 1. Okay, times 2 again. So B is at 2, 1. So if the dilation is 2, it's going to become 4, 2. It's double both. B is at 2, 1. So B prime is going to be at 4, 2. C is at 2, negative 1. So C prime is going to be at 4, negative 2. And A is at negative 2, negative 1. So if you double those, it would be negative 4, negative 2. Kind of on top of it. So. .5. 0, 3, negative 1, negative 1. Okay, T is at 0, 3. You guys know where it would be if we did 1.5 for the dilation?
4.5?
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you're adding, but you're not adding. It's multiplying by 1.5 is like multiplying by 1 plus multiplying by 0.5, so it's like 3 plus half of 3. Anyway, it does come out as 4.5. So 0, 4.5 would be 4.5 up. Yep, there. U, oh, I forgot to draw the original. U is at -1, -1. So it'll be -1.5, -1.5. There. 1 times 1.5 is 1.5. S is at 2, -2. You guys know, oops, do you know what 2 times 1.5 is? 3. So it'll be 3, -3. So right there. 3, -3. On 7, I told the other class you don't have to draw the original, you can just do the dilation, it's fine. I don't know if, I'm not sure if they meant for us to draw the original or not, but I'm not really concerned about it. Okay, so we're doing a 1.5 dilation. So K is at -2, -2 times 1.5 will be -3, -3. Right there, -3, -3. Guess that'd be K prime. L is at 0.3, we already did this one earlier, times 1.5 is 4.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. M2, -2 becomes 3, -3. Triangle. Okay, number 9, the y is -1 times 1.5 again. Well, that's 1.5. There's a couple 3/2s. Did you guys notice that? What's 3/2 worth?
1.5.
Yeah, 3/2 is 1.5, so it is also 1.5. I'm guessing they did 1.5 a lot because if they multiplied by 2, the graph would go off the page. Is my guess. So -1 becomes -1.5, 1.5. Y. 1,3 becomes 1.5, 4.5. Anyways, that was X. And then 2, -2 is 3, -3 again. okay. That's good. All right, Q is -1, 0 becomes -1.5, 0. R21 becomes 3, 1.5. So right 3 up 1.5. S is 2, 0. 2 times 1.5 is 3. 3, 0. Alright. 13, I don't think they wanted us to draw this on 13. I imagine a few people will hear me say that, but so I think it just, the directions say find the coordinates of the vertices, so we don't really need to draw it. So we're multiplying by 3/2, which is 1.5 again. So right now, T is at -1, 2. I'll write these down so I don't forget. S is at -1, -1. And U is at 2, 1. So if we use a factor of 1.5, dilation 1.5, this becomes -1.53. -1.5, -1.5. And 3, 1.5. Lots of repeats in these numbers. Okay, so this part is the actual answer. Oops. D, E, F. -1, 0, 0, 2, 1, -2.
So did we draw these lines?
Yeah, I just asked for the coordinates. Okay, is it 1.5 again? No, it's 5/2. What, you guys know what 5/2 equals?
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, 2.5. So that'll be my multiplier on this one. So -1 times 2.5 is -2.5. 2 times 2.5, 2 times 2.5 is 5. So this one will be 0.5. One times 2.5, -2 times 2.5. V W X Y. V is at 2, 2. So W is at -1, 3. X is at -2, 3. And Y is at -1, -2. 1.5 again. Two times 1.5 is 3. -1, 1.5, 3 times 1.5 is 4. -2 becomes -3, 3 becomes 4.5. be negative 1.5, negative 3. Okay, I'm gonna not do 19 through 23, but you guys need to go ahead and do it, yeah. 22 says 1/4, 23 says 1/2. What could we use instead of multiplying by 1/4? 0.25. Since we've been doing decimals, let's just stick with decimals. That'll be probably better. 23 instead of 1/2, you could use 0.5. Okay, the back is completely different.
Oh, yay.
I like the back better because there's less busy work on the back. It just says write the rule for the transformation. These are all dilations, obviously. Just like kind of the other pages, you want to focus on one point. So for example, if I look at W on 25, W starts at, where is it, negative 1, 2. And then if I look at W prime, it's left 2 up 4, so it's negative 2, 4. So the question is, how did they get from here to here? Here to here. Times 2. Okay, let's say it was more complicated than this one. Like, to get from 2 to 4, that's times 2. How would you know what it was if it was like messy? Like, let's say this was a 9 or something. How do you get from 2 to 9? Yes. If 2 times something equals 9, you can find out that something by dividing backwards. So what's 9 divided by 2? It would be 4.5. So if you're not sure to go backwards, you just do this divided by this to figure out what they multiply by. But in this case, I think it's kind of obvious. It's times 2 to get from here. So the book probably wrote dilation of 2 about the origin. But yeah, I'll say dilation of 2. Okay, on 27, you could look at D. I would probably look at E because it looks a little easier to me. E goes from 2, 0, and then E prime is at 3, 0. So what are we multiplying by to get from here to here? Yeah, and remember you can divide. What's 3 divided by 2? As a decimal, that would be 1.5.
Why is 19 up there that way? 19.
Oh, I put the wrong number.
Yeah.
Because I skipped a bunch of numbers. 25, 27.
Alright, thank you.
29. Okay, I'm looking at G on 29. Goes from 0.3 to 0.4.5. Well, we multiply 3 by to get 4.5. 4.5 divided by 3 would give us that answer. 4.5 divided by 3 is 1.5. Okay, this I was looking at, this one was G and this one was G prime. They love their 1.5s. All right, I'm out of room. Let's go this way.
Are you able to zoom in, the stars still be the same size?
If I zoom in, the marker gets giant. I guess I could shrink the marker too, but that's all right. I don't need to, we're good. All right, on 31, if I look at the x's, we're going from -1 to -4.5. So what must we be multiplying by?
4.5.
Yeah. This divided by this is 4.5. On 33, on the H's, we're going from -1 to -1.5. So we must be multiplying by 1.5. There are no negative dilations on this. Although it would kind of make sense. It'd kind of be like expanding and rotating at the same time. Rotating 180. All right, 35. Last one, I guess. We're going from -1 to -2.5. So they must be multiplying by 2.5.